Welcome to ComicCast issue number 168. Brought to you by Dwayne's World Comics and Games, 457 East Sullivan Street in Kingsport, Tennessee. They carry comic books, graphic novels, statues, toys, gaming merchandise, including miniature games, board games, as well as RPGs. Check them out, Dwayne's World Comics and Games, Kingsport, Tennessee. My name is Boogie Bentley.
And I'm Adam Wade Adams.
I'm Jason.
Who's next?
Oh, wow. He's really lagging.
And this is Gaumer.
Oh, no. I said it. Did it not come out?
It came out. It just came out really late. We are at ComicCast.
Oh, no.
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Wherever you get social with your media. Also, you are listening to this right now on the S&B Network. Make sure you go ahead and smash that like button. Share out the link. I want to see a huge live chat. I'm challenging you guys. Tell a friend, tell a wrestler, tell a Graham, share it out. Let's grow this live chat. It's on you, the listeners. Tell everybody you know this is the greatest podcast ever. Get it on Twitter, get it on Facebook, get it on Instagram. Tell your mama, I don't care. Let's share it out. Grammy. Let's grow the show. We had a really good pre-show, patreon.com/ComicCastPod. We're going to post it for free after the show for all of you regular listeners, so you can go check it out. Jason's audio sucks. Yeah. Adam's banging on the keyboard. We're here. We're hanging out.
There he is, banging away.
Thanks, man. So what's up? How do we we got Chad Johnson hanging out in the live chat. We got Tony Hodge. Tony tweeted us this week and said he just had surgery, but he's been waiting all week on ComicCast. We hope you're healing up. Thanks for joining us.
Was it a vasectomy?
We're going there already.
We're going there already.
Yeah. Oh, man. I mean, you already got more than one, so you got to go for it.
Not
Trace.
No.
I got the hat.
You guys are down for that? No. Not going to happen.
After three? Oh, dude. After three, I'd be like, yeah, do it.
I should have done it before the first one, if I'm really looking back. Okay. But yeah, snip, snap. Get it done.
When you shared your
off
post,
work.
You shared your post about your anniversary this week.
Yeah.
And you were like, 2 idiot kids. You were like, X number of years, 2
Very
idiot
poetic.
kids. I thought you were talking about your kids being idiots.
Happy anniversary.
Because I talked to you so much that I
My
thought that's
kids are
what you were
idiots.
saying. Yeah, I thought that's what you were saying.
No, I was talking about myself, me and my old lady. Yeah. I had my anniversary. Got married on the November 2nd, El Dia de el Muerta, or whatever, the Day of the Dead.
Nice.
I'm not sure if that means anything. It wasn't planned. We were just trying to get in under the whole tax thing for the end of the year. So, but yeah.
I just thought you were talking about your 2 idiot
I'm getting
kids.
a vasectomy. That's a great idea.
Can we just talk about what a great week of comics it was? Can we kind of recreate that Patreon pre-show?
I know.
I was going to say if we can start
Thank
some
you,
super
Chad.
chats to get the vasectomy money for Gomer.
Super chats for a vasectomy for Gomer. Let's see who drops the first one.
How much could it be? It can't be more than like a couple $100.
$100, right? It's
Yeah,
just-
it gets nothing.
That's like the lifetime of ComicCast super chats.
I'll bring my own anesthesia. Yeah,
Joker Killer Smile was great. That's
Book of
something
the
we were
week,
talking
bro.
about on the pre-show.
Yeah.
How bad we want Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino on Batman full time.
Dude, that'd be incredible.
How great! Everybody would be happy.
Yeah.
Everybody Tom King is very polarizing.
I'm happy
Like,
with James Tynion.
Yeah.
I will be too. That's going to be great.
Actually, I hear his name is
People will be.
Tinin. I hear his Tinin the Fourth. Tinin.
Would you
the Fourth.
ask him?
The guys in ComicCast, Comic Pop did.
It's Tinin.
And Tinin.
That's the worst.
Yeah, before I thought it was
pronunciation yet.
Tinian. I always thought it was Tinian because I heard Zack Snyder.
And I heard
or not,
somebody say
Zack Snyder interviews.
Tynion,
I heard
and
it
I'm
was
pretty
Tinian.
sure it was
Yeah.
a dude who works at Marvel Comics. On
Right.
some
I know,
video
right? You figure
somewhere.
someone would be on the same level, but it's always different pronunciations all the time. But apparently the newest one I hear is Tinin.
We should just call him James
That's
the
what I'm going to say
Fourth.
from now on until...
I'm just calling him
Right?
James the
Yeah.
Fourth. The hell
James
is
the Fourth.
Only
He's
60
probably trolling everybody, telling everybody
Exactly. I would
different
too.
pronunciation.
Yeah, dude, totally.
Only 64 is hanging out in the live chat. Says, "Hell, brothers."
Hey,
Hell
it's up to
Hydra. Yul Carter says, "Hey guys, just working here. Lord the nuts right now." Well, that's why we're trying to raise money for Gomer to get a vasectomy.
You can do it. The fans, the ComicCast fans can pay for Gomer's vasectomy.
So he doesn't have
Make it
any
happen.
more idiot kids.
Dude, can't handle it.
Oh
incredible.
man. Oh god.
Talking about Tony's bringing up 5G in the chat. Does everyone here know
I'm
what
not looking
5G
forward to
is?
it, man.
No.
Break it down, Gomer. Then we'll discuss how.
My phone
5G
has
is-
4G.
Nothing has even been, as far as I know, confirmed. But all the rumors are pointing to another sort of convergence / crisis where all of our heroes are going to be swapped out with other heroes. And Luke Fox will be Batman. I'm sure Tony has more of it. He brought it up. That's the only one I remember. But there's so many rumors that lesser known or unknown characters are going to take the spotlight for all the main characters. And
yeah, I wonder if it's going to be for a year or like a mini series.
I've heard
or
like 3 months. I heard 3 months just so everybody can get caught up.
I'll deal with it for 3 months, I guess. But
it might be good.
As long as I know it's a short period of time and not like a whole entire year. You know what I mean?
Like 52.
It's going to be a while. I can't imagine it being a short amount of time.
Oh, I don't know.
Are they going to be the same exact characters, or will it be? Is it going to be like an Age of Apocalypse type?
Yeah, I'm not sure we know enough about.
You want to know what I think it's going to be like? It's going to be like Marvel rebooting, and you're going to have Riri Williams as Iron Man, and you're going to have all these different characters.
Naomi as Superman.
Yeah. Well, I heard we were talking about that. John's going to be Superman. I don't know what I think about it. I think at the end of the day, all it boils down to, if the stories are good, I don't really care.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure,
and that's what Gaumer said when I was ripping on it. He's like, you're going to read it, and if it's good, you're going to say it's good. And that's the truth. I'll read it. And if it's good, I don't really care.
Right. I don't know if it makes sense.
And what's sad is these characters are going to have big shoes to fill for people to care. I mean, you have Bruce Wayne, whose parents were murdered in an alley, and he took on this vengeance, and Superman, and it's like, whoever's
their motivations.
And if their motivations is, I want to do something good,
I want to be like Batman,
it's probably going to suck.
Let me go beat up poor people. Thanks, Luke.
What?
I'll take spoiler alert for later. I'll take Lois Lane killing people for Superman.
Yeah, that was dope.
Dude,
we'll talk about that later. Yeah,
that'd be my old lady. She'd be murdering everybody.
Yeah, totally. Same. She would too.
Yeah.
I don't know if like 3 months would make sense, because that's what, like 3 issues. You know what I mean?
Depends if they double ship. I think if they're going to continue to double ship.
Really? So is there? Well, I guess there is still going to be the regular Batman title, the regular Superman title, and then this stuff going on the side.
I think it's going to take over,
they
right?
can't put it on the side. No.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
So when is this going to take place? If Penny and Tiny and Tim
100, he goes issue 100, and then it's going to be Lucius Fox 5G.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is like a reboot, pretty much.
And from what I've heard, it's all about saving DC like time, giving them 3 months to catch up on the main line, to maybe bring everything together for the next phase.
Because Doomsday Clock?
Well, I don't know if it's Doomsday Clock. That would be rad, but mostly because Doom War and Year of the Villain is going to be ending.
So then what is the point of Doomsday Clock? If it's not going to matter
nothing anymore.
What was the point of it?
It used to matter. It was for a rebirth. Their whole point of it was to have everything coalesce, fix continuity, retroactive continuity, fix all that shit, make everything.
I'm demonetized already.
I'm so sorry.
We need super chats now.
Sorry.
We got to pay for Gaumer and Jason's bar tab.
I'm just passionate about Doomsday Clock and Jeff Johns and Rebirth. I'm so sorry. Oh, I messed up. I'm sorry.
Dude, that always felt
$2.32.
It was the whiskey talking. I'm sorry. I'm almost done. I swear.
That always felt like it was going to be a bait and switch, though, dude.
No, well, it was the whole plan was for it to make sense, fix things, and have it reunite, bring the Watchmen into the DC universe, Cap end it with Doomsday Clock, end it with that, and then bring on a new beginning.
With Legion and Watchmen characters. And see, that always felt like a bait and switch to me, dude. It felt like it was going to be too perfect and too great. I knew there was no way they were going to pull that off, man.
Dude, it made so much sense and it worked perfectly until I guess the politics changed in DC, where Jeff Johns had to step down.
They could
but now you have the guys that are like in charge of New 52, like Dan DiDio and stuff, that want to keep their old stuff that they like. They hate Nightwing. They hate these Teen Titans. They don't like these characters. They didn't grow up with them. You know what I mean? So it's like, so they're trying to get rid of them. They hate Wally West Flash.
Everybody hates Wally.
So we're not going to see any rebirth stuff from now on.
Did you read Flash Forward too?
I did not read part 2. I want to. I'm waiting until it gets a little bit further.
He beat up the Avengers and the X-Men all by himself. That was pretty cool.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so throwing him a weak ass bone, but still.
How does that happen?
All right.
It was like alternate universe. He's like going through the multiverse, and he happened to come across guys who looked exactly like the Avengers and exactly like the X-Men.
Wow.
It was
I'm
weird.
glad
this is more believable than least that's more believable than Catwoman beating 3 Flashes with 1 kick in Tom King's Batman. So,
or Batman beating. Remember when he beat Superman because he whispered?
Yeah, or Harley Quinn beating
whistle.
the whole entire Justice League or the Trinity. Here's the Crisis, like
Heroes in Crisis.
She whispered.
Yeah, let's forget about that.
Yeah, remember he was all whispering, so then Poison Ivy had taken over Superman, so then he was whispering, so Superman would like listen closer, and then he like whistled really loud, so it gave him like.
That's right.
Remember that? It was like
Yeah.
Superman's learned to control it on a.
He was whispering
level.
about Martha.
It's like, hey, Martha, guess what? And then he whistled really loud, and
She's really bad at dinner.
you don't remember that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk good on King later.
Superman. Your mama's so stupid.
Is that Batman ASMR? Batman ASMR.
Who's Batman ASMR doing dirty dozens.
Batman ASMR. Dude, there's got to be Batman ASMR out there. I'm so sure there is.
Oh man,
that's great. What else have we got? Nothing.
I know it feels like there's nothing to talk about.
It's been
Spider-Verse 2020, right?
Oh yeah, that was
2022. I heard
2022.
Yeah, calm down, Jason. Get it right. Drink some more whiskey,
man.
bro.
All right, I'm gonna finish this and we'll see.
Ant-Man 3 is coming out too. They've
that's right.
Coming to that. So
we got our
MCU looking mediocre as hell.
We got our years in waiting headlock.
Don't say we. Don't say we.
You didn't get yours?
Not yet.
The Royal We. It's the Royal We.
Signed by Jerry Lawler and
the King.
And that guy.
Yeah, nice. It's only 4 years late.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's how Kickstarters work, isn't it?
Appreciate that.
Only the good ones. Nice.
Only the good ones. Anybody do Halloween Comic Fest?
No, did you go?
I
did not.
No. I didn't. I got to the comic shop like on Thursday, so I just looked around to see what they had left over, which wasn't much. And
pick up this guy though. I didn't read it.
What'd you pick up?
Oh, Grand Design.
Grand Design. Yeah, Ed Piskor cover.
Yeah. Tom Scioli doing art and writing in there.
He's right, but it's a cool. It's a Batman.
I can't help but think.
Homage.
Dude, Adam loved Tom Scioli this year. Are you kidding me? He did that GoBots book, didn't he?
Yeah, I like GoBots, but no offense, Jason, but I swear that looks like Thing is dropping a deuce.
It's based on
why would Jason get offended? He didn't draw it.
It's the same.
I know, but he paid mony for it, so I don't.
It's based on Batman, Dark Knight, Frank Miller. Yeah.
Cover, yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
Captain Pebbles. Boulder in there.
Wow. I dropped something as long as Yancey Street.
I thumbed through that. It's good. The art's great. Man, you can tell he put in a lot of work, man. There's some pages that have like 20 panels on a page.
Mm-hmm. It's only a 2-issue series too, so
most of those Grand Design books they had 2 of the X-Men runs.
Yeah, well, the first one I think was 3, and then the second one was 3, and then the last one was 2. But that was all Ed Piskor. This one he hands this off to his homie, and I think they're both Pittsburgh boys. They did a signing at Phantom Comics, and I couldn't make it. It's too far for me. Yeah, so kind of a bummer. But I got my Grand Design #1 signed by Ed Piskor, but like the copies they had left were all like creased on the the spine and stuff. But whatever, it was cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Exciting. Good fun.
Should we get it on?
We're just going to jump into it. It might be a short episode. There's not a lot to talk about.
All right.
We'll get into comics. Once we get into comics, maybe we'll have something to talk about.
That's a great book.
Let's just do it. Let's do it. One of the best books of the week. Adam says no.
Oh, my gosh.
You want to just end it? I can just end the stream now. You guys want to just end the stream and go to bed?
No. Cut straight to credits.
Joker Killer Smile #1.
Yay! Joker Killer Smile.
Wait.
What?
Did Jason say wait?
It says my pick of the week.
It was the best book I read this week as well, but it's so close. I mean, it's.
Dude,
I bought 2 of them. Damn it!
Yeah, I got that cover.
You can't hide money. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, dude,
I should turn that into the cover photo.
I had to get both of them, man. Had to get both of them.
It's so beautiful.
I'm gonna buy every cover of this series until it is done. Because I love Dillon and I love Sorrentino. Yep, all 3 issues. And make them make a sequel.
Did you notice the word bubble? Also,
Yeah.
lulz crying.
Yeah. Rad.
So let's see if that'll sit.
Chad
there.
says, "Screw this podcast. Let's talk about Rocky 4."
Oh, hell yeah. That's
just-
the new
let's
show
just
we
do
have,
a
Rocky
walk-
4 cast.
Let's just do a watch along with Ryland Grant movie commentary on Rocky 4.
Dude, the bullies do those all the time, man.
You know Ryland would
Have a
do
lot
it
of fun
too.
We got to schedule that.
He
We
would
gotta
do
schedule
it,
that.
man.
Yeah.
He would do it.
And with Propose too.
It'd go
Oh,
with
yeah.
the long lost
Mhm.
Star Wars Episode 4 commentary myself and Adam did, and got so drunk that we deleted it and never posted it.
That's great.
Let's talk about
Ding,
Joker.
ding.
Killer Smile.
Okay,
Bro.
Joker Killer Smile, written by what's his name? Jeff Lemire.
Yeah, I think he's going places. He may have a career in comics.
Yeah. This kid, I tell you, he's going places.
He got that rub from Andrea Sorrentino.
Let's see. Art by Andrea Sorrentino. Colors by Jordy. Yo home to Bel Air. And
Look at Jason showing off that ComicCast shirt.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
and letters by Steve Wands.
Stevie Wands. Thanks, Steve.
Stop staring at me, Wands. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why you guys are here.
Oh man.
All right. So this book revolves. I don't know if I should start or end with this note I wrote. I guess I'll start because I want to say that this isn't a story about Joker, but about one of the many people who have lost themselves and probably their life just by coming in contact with the Joker. That's what I gathered from this first issue.
Spot on.
But this is about Dr. Ben Arnell, who wants to cure the Joker of his psychosis and not just play the secret origin game.
Dude,
Wink.
that's my favorite part of the damn book. It gave me chills up my spine.
But Dr. Arnell may have to cure his own psychosis as his home life and work life begin to blur and blend. Whoa, whoa. I liked the art, the freaking Mr. Smiles and the Happy Village pages and book definitely threw me off. And
I was like, is this a preview for another book? What is this? When
that was the creepiest part.
Yeah, it was great when you realized
right in with the insanity. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
With that,
this is like the perfect horror book, like thriller. It's building up.
It was a psychological thriller. That's
it's
exactly
the perfect thing to put on that book.
You're seeing this therapist lose his mind just by coming into contact. And I guess apparently he's not the first. There's been many other therapists that have lost their mind. This caseworker, whatever his boss, whatever that has him there. She's like, no, you can't. You have until like the weekend or whatever, like to be. Then you're out of here because I don't want to see you. What happened to these other guys, before you? You're trying to make a name for yourself. I've seen your kind before, Yeah. And so this therapist making his justification that he's not in it to do it for the money or the name or the fame or whatever. The ego, exactly. Yeah, but and apparently he's told his wife that a million times too. So so apparently it is a thing. I think.
Yeah.
But it's so cool to see him lose his mind slowly but surely. And so I'm wondering, like, do you think maybe it's like the Joker gives off Joker toxins just through his pores, and he makes people around him crazy?
I don't think it's possible. Carbon. I mean, when you breathe, you exhale carbon monoxide. Who's to say it can't be part of
like pheromones, like Joker pheromones? You know what I mean? So it just kind of drives you crazy just being around him.
He's reading that book to his kid, and then I was like, all right, that was kind of weird, a little freaky. But then when he plays, like Adam said, the origin game with Joker, and he starts quoting that damn kid's book. Dude, I got chills.
That was awesome.
Man. It was such a good moment in comics.
I think his family is going to end up dead.
Yeah.
Or they're already dead.
He's gonna murder them.
Yeah, totally. It's gonna be a whole entire Shining kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like The Shining.
Well, there was I think it was a CSI episode where this guy was going around doing it was like a road rage thing. But he had a shotgun. He would wait for someone to do something to make him mad, and he had it hooked up so he could just put it out the window and shoot somebody. Well, through the whole episode, he's going home dealing with his family. But at the end, you find out the family's been dead the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
So that's what I was wondering. I was like, I bet the family's actually dead.
Man,
what I love, you guys talking about it being a psychological thriller and a horror book. Hold on, let me share that.
Oh,
Yeah, check out those fish panels. Inside those panels that are shaped like fish. There's like even more, scenery.
Because again, it goes back to what I was going to say. You guys talking about a psychological thriller and a horror book. What better person than Sorrentino to draw that book?
Yeah,
and him and Lemire are already in that zone.
Yes,
with Gideon Falls. So it's not a long jump, dude, to get to where they're at in this.
And me and Jason were talking. That is so great. Me and Jason were talking about we were talking about the artwork in issue 2 that Sorrentino tweeted out.
Oh my God.
It is so Gideon Falls-esque. That was my favorite panel right there.
Mine's the teeth one, man. Closer to the mouth, where every tooth is a different panel. Dude. Oh my gosh! Right. I mean, that's one of the ones where my wife doesn't give a shit, but I like. Oh, you look at this. She's like, oh, that's cool. Just to pat me on the head. I wrote
down the entire Lemire Frogcatcher story. I was like, I got to tell you, page by page, what happens in this book.
I told her she should read this. She's really into this kind of horror, man. She look at that. That is just amazing.
I would say if you like this. And you're not reading Ice Cream Man, you need to
exactly. I'll concur with that 100, dude. In my notes, Jeff Lemire
How about this, dude?
Oh yeah,
so it's this guy. Great. So he busts into the stall room, and the guy's like, "What the hell, man?"
Yeah,
so he's seeing things that aren't there already, and I don't know. I think it's gonna be like The Shining. I think he's just gonna be tripping out and losing his sanity slowly but surely, and he's gonna kill his family.
I love it.
So
I don't know what's gonna happen.
If they're not already dead. If they're not already dead.
Yeah, right. Gosh,
every Black Label book, I've been like, this is too long. Like even as good as Harleen was, I was like, this is too long. The Superman Year One stuff, too long. It's this I wanted more as soon as it was over.
Even the Dark Multiverse stuff. Yeah. The first 3 pages is all the same guy talking about the same crap over and over again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's 3 pages, 4 pages. In my notes, Jeff Lemire is the best comic book writer on the planet.
Agreed. This is the best Black Label book you can ever pick up.
And he's got time. He's got so many years ahead of him. He could wind up being one of the greatest comic book writers of all time.
Is he the next Jeff Johns?
No, he's the first Jeff Lemire, dude.
If he can stay out of TV and movies, where he's actually going to make real money and keep pumping out comics, he will end up being the best.
I pretty much hate Jason for meeting. I hate Jason for meeting him.
Amazing.
I got to interview him, and I told him to his face. I was like, I think you're a genius. I think everything you've done with Black Hammer and Gideon Falls and the way you've written those are unprecedented.
Yeah.
For instance,
he's pushing the boundaries of the medium, dude.
Yes, like Black Hammer, you can cover the whole entire medium of comic book history in one universe and have amalgamations of characters and do things that people have never done before. You can write whatever you want to. You can do whatever you want to. Same thing with Gideon Falls. They have different dimensions. You have a Western civilization. You have a steampunk civilization. You can write these different genres in one book, one series. That's unprecedented. No one's ever thought of that. It's such a big idea, and he did it perfectly twice.
Did you ever
read his Ascender or Descender sci-fi stuff?
Did you ever read his Trillium? His book called
Trillium? I never read that. No,
dude, Trillium, you turned the book.
Oh wow.
It was like an experience.
Like House of Leaves.
And it would read this, and it would read the same forward and backward. You could read it backward, and it would have a new spin on it. Dude, it was a marvel.
This is a genius, man. I love him so much.
He's a freaking genius.
Here's the ComicCast quote: "This is the best Black Label comic book you will ever pick up." Dude, this is probably going to be my pick of the year, possibly. I love this book so much, man. And I'm support it fully.
I want to keep raving about Jeff Lemire for.
I can't say that. There's no Batwing in it.
No, there's no Batwang.
Jeff Lemire, he's kind of like he's like Stephen King in that it's like the stories just pour out of him.
And dude, Sorrentino's creativity with just the panel design and the art is amazing. There's always he has a lot of symmetry he does, and then a lot of weird layers, man.
It's all the design for me with Sorrentino.
Yeah, it's all next level.
Design. Yeah,
next level stuff, man. This is my pick of the week, hands down. Can't recommend this book enough.
I read so many good things this week. It's hard to say, but this was just so damn good. It's the reason I read comics. An example of it.
Yeah,
It's all right. It's all
It's all
right.
right. $2.99.
You don't want to inflate someone's ego, man. You want to be like,
Jeff Lemire walking around like, what up?
That's why I like
walking around the con with a posse.
You want to be like the
on the
old
core.
You want to be like the old guy in the Western. It's like, you did good, kid.
Yeah.
And that's it. Just leave it there. You did good, kid.
I just ordered Trillium on Amazon just now.
Nice.
Right now.
Oh well. Thanks.
My wife's gonna be pissed. Somebody drop a super chat because my bob's gonna be mad. All right, let's move on. You guys kind of depressed me the way you mentioned this book, but let's talk about Tales from the Dark Multiverse, Death of Superman, longest title in the history of comic books,
Right?
number 1.
Dude.
You ain't kidding. So you know what happens in the Death of Superman. Lois Lane is super mad, of course, because the heroes didn't step up or do anything.
Lois Lane is now super mad.
Yeah,
that's her new superhero name. Super mad.
I'm down. I would buy that comic.
Yeah, super mad.
Super mad.
Super mad.
By Jeff Lemire.
Super menopause. Sorry.
Wow.
Come on, man. Does Jason deserve a timeout? Come on.
Is there a boo thing on there? Boo.
Oh yeah.
That's usually what he hits for outright Geekery.
Hey, what's up, Bear Island Comics? Bear Island Comics in the chat. I love that guy. He hung out with us at Baltimore Comic Con. Comic-Con with the
You're
Comic
so
Con.
drunk.
I'm not drunk, dude.
You've never been this drunk on ComicCast before.
Yeah, right.
He keeps pointing to the glass like, I'm not drunk. Look, I'm still
the bottle is right beside it, and he keeps filling it up.
No, I'm out of it. I'm out of it.
He's super drunk about to talk about
I already
super
drink all this
mad.
water, dude. Come on. Giving me guff.
I need to go get my bottle. I'm
Some of that Russian water that has a proof to it.
So she's super mad. All right. And these heroes are taking the spotlight, and she can't even get a spot at the funeral to even see, her boyfriend go through.
A secret. It's still a secret that
exactly. And so I guess she goes and goes to talk to his parents, and they get some nice interactions there. After that, it goes to the Fortress of Solitude, and then there, what's his name? The
Eradicator.
Yes,
Eradicator.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The Eradicator comes through, and he's like, "Oh, I tried to rescue him and put him in
It didn't
the
work.
Kryptonian state of sleep, whatever. Didn't work. He's actually dead. Yeah, but it actually did work, as we find out towards the end.
Which is so weird, dude.
Yeah,
that was the only problem I had with it.
Really? You think?
I had a problem with them bringing Superman back just to have that emotional reconnection between
I like that, though.
Lois and Clark, where Clark was like, "Oh no, I'm scared of you now, Lois." That's how I look at my wife every day. Shut up, Clark.
Wow. That's why he's getting a vasectomy.
Right. She's like, "You should get one." He's like, "All right."
Yeah,
sorry. Let me see if I can raise the funds tonight.
Yeah, I swear, honey. I like this book. Yeah, I liked it, but I mean, I liked the ending though, where he was disappointed. He says, "Why is everyone scared of you?" Because she did so many atrocities to, in her opinion, or her state of mind, to fix and do what he couldn't do. And, she killed all the villains, and I think she messed up when she killed Batman. That's when she kind of went off the deep end. He's like, "All right, well
at one
now
point
you kind of went too far."
At one point she's like, "Oh, why didn't Clark ever do this?" And that didn't ever make her wonder, why didn't Clark do this? Maybe I'm an insane, bat crap, crazy.
That's what was great about it, though.
That was my favorite part.
Mm-hmm. I'm digging these Dark Multiverse books.
Are they slowly building like a Dark Multiverse Justice League?
I don't know. I'm wondering because I'm wondering what the end game is of all these books, because you have the future not trying to find their hero and savior. This better not end up with like Wally West Flash Forward being the hero. Of the multiverse,
they better not. I mean, they might though. It's all the Tempest Fugonaut guy doing the.
No, exactly. That's what I said.
If they do build that, I'll feel bad for him for having to deal with Supermad.
Yeah.
But I want more of this book. I want more of Lois Lane just killing all these people.
You wanted more of the other one.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I want to see her burn LexCorp to the ground. I want to see her.
Oh my god, dude!
Killing.
I love that part.
Taking out and killing all these freaking villains. Yeah, show that page.
Yeah, what was the first Dark Multiverse? What was that one? Remind me.
It was a Batman book. Nightfall.
Yeah. Oh, that's Nightfall. Right. That's right. Yeah.
I
That
don't.
was-
I,
yeah, that
I
was
don't.
okay.
I felt like
Okay, I love
Well,
that book.
I mean, in terms of like building
Takes
a
out the
Justice
window.
League, are they going to make that weird?
It just
Dude, that
drives me
page
through the
is-
atmosphere, dude.
But how great were all of those, especially during the Death of Superman? So I just read Death of Superman again.
Yeah,
It's been within the last 6 months to a year. And like seeing those one-page layouts of that story at the beginning,
man.
go to that beginning, dude. Go to
Dude,
the
oh,
beginning.
I know. He was just talking trash. He's like, "Yeah, I did
Yeah, I
this
love
and this and this." He's like, "What are you gonna do about it? Shoot me?"
Yeah.
And then it's like throws him up in the atmosphere. It's
and it
so
was even
good.
better because it's like the atypical, villain monologue that
Oh my
Superman
God.
was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you're right, Lex. I can't really do anything."
Yep.
But Superman's like,
I kill everybody.
I
Watch
kill
me.
everybody. If
Chad Johnson
Batman's
says-
dead, you think I mind killing you, Lex? Yeah,
Chad Johnson
dude.
says, so are we 2 for 2 on Tales from the Dark Multiverse? I think so.
I
I think
think
so.
so.
Yeah, I think so
I
too.
went ahead and pulled them all after this one. I just grabbed them off the
Yeah.
shelf. I told Dwayne, just go ahead and order them all for
I
me.
think if you haven't pulled it by now, Chad, what are there 2 left? There's only
He's
2.
not read any of them.
Maybe wait for the trade. I bet they'll be collecting a beautiful hardcover. All of them together.
God. I really love Superman's face when he's terrified right here of of
Dying,
what she's
being
become. He's
murdered.
not scared
Oh,
of her, but
yeah.
he's scared of what she's become, It's the
Yeah.
terror in his eyes. The
I mean,
art
it
of
was-
this is so good, dude.
I mean, it
love
was
the
a
art in
cool
this.
moment.
The colors are amazing. This
Yeah.
book is good, dude.
It
This
was
is
a
good
cool
book.
moment, but the whole Eradicator, it didn't work. Oh, but it really did work. Just to have that moment.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, I don't know.
I guess
I-
it did
I-
work.
But it was good. It was good.
I
liked
thought
it.
I don't know. There was something about her Lois that I don't know. It just annoyed because I don't know. I guess
Adam
she
hates
just came
women.
off as
Yeah, he does.
I mean,
Misogynist.
she was angry. No, she
Yeah,
was angry.
women need to
but
know-
she came off.
Tell him, Adam. Tell him.
She, no, she was. It seemed like she. I don't know how to say it. It's like there was no. She's just like I'm just angry. And even
Well,
at
her
the
old
end,
man
where,
got owned,
where
and she was pissed off about it because none of the heroes came. It was like
Yeah.
the Punisher. It was like Punisher.
That's
and,
why I loved
but
it.
at the
Yeah,
Kill
she's Punisher,
everybody.
man. Yeah, kill
Psycho.
everybody.
It's Psycho
yeah, well, I
woman.
was,
I thought it was
I
pretty
was
cool how her
with-
logo is like the Death of Superman logo, just
Yeah, I
love
instantly.
love
Like
it.
it just pops on her.
Yeah.
So cool.
I don't. I don't.
I wouldn't say I
know
loved it. I
if
liked it a lot.
I don't
I liked
know
it a
if I
lot.
like.
I loved it.
I liked it.
If I like the whole Superman coming back and then
Yeah.
dying again because of her just being angry and everything.
See, I didn't
it
care
was
at that point because I had had so much fun up to that point. I'm like, whatever. This was fun.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
fair.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
But you
I'm
can
willing
have
to
fun, you
overlook
can
it,
have fun, and
because
then,
of the moment it led to.
and then you have a freaking horse apple at the end.
Because it's the one shot and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That I will say that it kind of the ending kind of I see why they went there, but it kind of killed it for me because it's like I feel like she should have been like when she finally comes to her senses and isn't so rage filled, she realizes what she's done, and that had been the traumatic thing. I feel like bringing back Clark just to kill him by her mistake.
Oh, you wanted her to like turn around and be nice at the end. Be like, "Oh, you're right. I see the error in my ways."
Not necessarily nice, but
That's-
but tragic.
Well, that would have been I think,
Tragic.
DC Comics thing to do, which is what leads me to believe that they're building. Like, they can't redeem her if they redeem her, they can't bring her back for what I think they're going to bring back, a Dark Justice League at some
Yeah,
point.
but if they
good
have
call.
the dark,
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
down
they
for
have
that.
the Dark
Oh,
Justice
dude,
League,
that Batman
Yeah.
with just his head or whatever left, and he's
you're
all
so
robot.
right.
Do all
Dude,
these,
you're right.
If-
these
you're
books
right.
to bleed
Dude,
into
you're
that
right.
Dark Multiverse Justice League
Yeah.
ongoing or miniseries.
You're
But
right,
like-
dude. That's
but
exactly
like-
what's going to happen. That's exactly what's
If
going to happen.
they-
You're so right, dude.
But like you said, though, what if they tied into that Flash Forward? That would not
I'll be
good.
very pissed if they
I
do
would
that.
be pissed because I'm
They-
I'm not enjoying
dude.
Flash Forward
Gomer
as
should
much.
work for DC Comics.
No, don't do that.
But
That's
if-
too much pressure. I can do it when it's just me bullshitting. When the sales actually, need me to do something like, "Hey, can we just do another Batman book?"
You'd be like, well, maybe we should bring Wally West in to kill them all.
yeah.
We can
But
call
if
it Gomer
they-
Damas, a little segment, Gomer Damas and predictions.
Oh wow, that'd be fun.
if
I would
they
love
do a Dark Multiverse Justice League, the first time super mad Lois
Yeah.
gets
I'm changing the name of the podcast.
Super ma'am.
Yeah.
It's a ma'am.
Let's do it. Super ma'am.
No,
And
super,
Lex-
it's a ma'am.
All right. Super ma'am and Lex Luthor played by Al Bundy.
Yeah.
No, but as soon as
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
It's a ma'am.
as soon as she meets another Superman, Clark Kent from another, she's
said ma'am.
Then this thing is over.
You think it'll bring it back and she'll be all weepy again?
Yeah, she'll be like, "Oh, another Clark is. I don't want to do bad.
I think once you cross that line, you're there.
But I think that's what the tragic. That's why they should have not brought him back, and just so she kill him off again by accident. He should have just been gone. And then when she runs into another Superman, she could say she could still be angry. He is not my Clark Kent. Still angry.
Yeah.
Still
I'm gonna murder him too.
Yeah, you're not my Clark Kent, so I'm gonna kill the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's two
I think
of
it
those.
would be.
We only get one per hour.
I think it would be really cool though if they did. You're right. They're probably going to bring a Dark Justice League to Scott Snyder's Justice League after all this is over, whatever. But the thing is, like, these characters are redeemable, even though they're from the Dark Multiverse. We've seen it happen with Dark Knight's Metal, with Flash, Red Death. He became the Gold Death, or Gold Life, as I like to call him, because he's the opposite. He was totally redeemed. He was so cool, looking all gold, like Red Death style. It was so awesome. That's my favorite character design.
Everybody forgets about that. The ending of
so
that.
good.
You know?
Yeah, he's redeemable. So they're redeemable. They can be fixed. And you can have them in our universe. So, people, I'm sure, you don't want to see duplicates of the same character, but there's plenty of those already. And I don't care. Like, who cares? As long as there's good stories happening, like, whatever, man.
They're going to wash it all away with 5G anyway.
Right.
Yeah, they can just carry that through.
Yeah, who knows?
Man, you need to get a job at DC Comics, Jason.
The name of the podcast has officially been changed.
Yes, Soup is his man.
So DC Comics, if you're listening, hire Jason.
Super, it's a ma'am. What's up, Tanner Denton? Go Bucks. We ready to move on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's you, bud.
DCeased, number 6, written by Tom Taylor, pencils by Neil Edwards and Travis Hairsine.
All these books were $6, by the way. All these books were like $5, $6, $7, $8.
I'm not even complaining. I spent $82 and I'm not complaining about any of it.
So, wow.
Inks by Stefano.
Yeah, it's like $6.99, $6.99, $6.99, $6.99. It's like, wow. I was like, dude, I don't know, man.
And we'll get there. I picked up that stupid Marvel Zombies book too. Just go ahead and add another $5.
I
read it.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 99 that said $8 on the front, but $4 on the barcode.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's weird.
Someone missed or dropped the ball on that one.
Well, they didn't realize TMNT was gonna, on the lead up to 100. Man, they introduced Satoru or whatever her name is, the new female Ninja Turtle, and sales have just been booming in the lead up to 100. So I really can't blame them for taking advantage. But sorry, Bug. DCeased.
Inks
6.
by Stefano Guadiano. Colors by Rain Barreto. Letters by Seda Tefomafante. I'm sure that's how they pronounce it.
Yeah, that sounds.
You got to be good at letters with a name like that.
He or she. It's a ma'am. Super. It's a ma'am.
I will not sample your Fonte.
I thought this was a great, maybe even a perfect conclusion to one of the best miniseries of the year. Superman getting infected was great. The world's going to end. Superman is infected. Everybody's going to die. Batman's already dead. Mm-hmm. But of course, he had a contingency plan in place to take care of all the superheroes if the need arises, except for Green Arrow, because Green Arrow evidently sucks.
And what a great thing just to throw that in there.
Just a little jab. Just a little jab. I love Damian wearing the cowl, too. Damian has become Batman in this story.
Yeah.
But Batman's plan wasn't enough. Bruce wasn't the only one with a plan. And this, dude, I got so stoked when Wonder Woman is like, I got a plan, too. And she forges the sword of Athena with kryptonite. I'm
doing all the stuff about the God of War, talking about the God of War is also the God of this and that. I was like, oh, man.
When she was forging that sword, though, I was like, this is so freaking awesome. But that's still not enough to bring Superman down.
Right.
This book has undead zombie Aquaman taking on the Mascara, zombie Wonder Woman snapping Cyborg's freaking neck.
Yeah, I had a problem with that.
I'm dropping spoilers galore, but it all ends. You come to this moment, showdown between zombie Superman and his son. There's a few twists at the end. Great
the build
issue.
up to that, though. The talk between Damian and John and Lois and John is just
stuff,
wonderful. It's wonderful.
This may be one of the best issues of the year for me. The first issue of DCeased was great, but it's so hard. You create this world. How can you conclude it? And I thought this was a perfect ending to a great miniseries. I love this issue.
It wraps
best
up,
thing I read this week.
It wraps up just enough where you're satisfied with this story, but it doesn't wrap it up so tightly where he can't go back and say this is a tale from the world of DCeased and go back before, you know, everything happened in this issue, other characters, other places, other things that happened. I want more of this. I want to milk this until it's a desert. I want more DCeased by Tom Taylor. I love it. It's great. Yeah.
Adam has teeth. Can you milk him?
Yeah. Come here.
I had a problem.
Of course you did.
I like the whole book could be summed up. Well, that didn't go as planned. But I like the ending.
I thought that helped the pacing. You know, everyone's like, we got a plan.
It was a somber ending where it's didn't go as planned, but it opens up for him to go somewhere. But I had a problem with this. With this page.
Well, she rips off his head.
With Cyborg using the lasso, which is smart to figure out how to fix it, but then monologuing the Ark. I have to get back. Just go. Shut the hell up and go.
Well, that's hashtag comic.
But if he didn't say that, how would you know that's where? If he was just like,
he should
have had no clue what he was taught. Why he was doing it?
He should have said the arts and took off with his freaking rocket boosters or whatever.
So because he said I have to go, that ruined the whole comic.
3 words.
The fact he stood there muttering to himself with a known zombie Wonder Woman standing behind him. Yes,
because it's a panel of a comic book.
Yeah.
That's nitpicky.
It feels like a nitpick. Sorry, Adam. It feels like a nitpick.
Well, if it's a nitpick, it's a nitpick. But then they advertise Wonder Woman's new deal. No, you kill Cyborg. We are not buying you.
She didn't. Zombie Wonder Woman did.
They're related. I don't care.
Sisters.
So I mean,
so
we know that.
Go ahead.
So Superman is still alive, right? He's still alive
in the sun. Absorbing all of the sun, but eventually he will
destroy
the Earth.
Yeah.
So he'll be a zombie, still able
and
to
he saw
contaminate
the arcs
people.
go off. Yeah, he's gonna follow the arcs. He knows they took off. He saw them.
Well,
they're on what, Earth 2? It's like, is that a different dimension?
Yeah. No. It was Earth Space 2, not Earth -2. So there's no way they went to Earth 2.
And we also have
you stupid
we also have
idiot.
Constantine. We also have Constantine out there as well.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what they.
that one shot.
Weren't they going to like a different dimension or something? Wasn't he going to like the House of Mystery or something? Yeah, I don't remember. They could do a sequel there where Superman's still all infected.
Oh, for sure.
It's open for a reason.
Yeah.
And we should.
Yeah.
Doesn't the sun heal Superman?
Unheal?
No, doesn't it heal him? So if he's in the thing,
this is zombie Superman.
Yeah, but I mean, wouldn't that in his Kryptonian blood and everything fight that infection?
Oh, maybe. It's the anti-life equation though, so it's difficult, man. It's a tough nut to crack, that anti-life equation.
I thought it was
you want to
really
get real nitpicky? Why is a zombie going, oh my god, the Green Lanterns are here, I gotta go kill myself in the sun?
Yeah, he was extra smart.
These are zombie.
Like the zombies in that Marvel Zombies Resurrection book. They were the smartest damn zombies ever, which was so stupid. But dude, I love this. This is definitely in the running for best miniseries of the year for me. It's wonderful.
Did you like this issue better than the first?
I don't know if I liked it better, but I will say again, it was the perfect way to cap this off.
I agree. Great.
I would have liked it to go on longer. I usually don't say that about miniseries. Usually they're a couple issues too long. This one, they threw an extra one-shot issue in there at you, and it was still, I want more. Tom Taylor,
Give me more.
At first,
more.
I wasn't sure if I was on board or not. Like issue 1 had me on the ropes. I was like, I don't know if I like this. Issue 2 nailed it. I was like, I'm in.
Yeah,
issue 2
would have been on board and shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Shoot, they won me on issue 1. I got DCeased and Savage Avengers in the same week, and I didn't pick up issue 2 of Savage Avengers because this was so good.
Yeah, like issue 1 though for me had those art changes, and so I had some other problems with that. I had a lot of problems with issue 1. I was not a fan of, but issue 2 just nailed it for me. I was like, okay, now I'm on board. But yeah, I agree. Still, overall, this is one of the greatest miniseries like this whole entire year.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Oh, the ComicCast award show is going to be so much. We got to figure out when we're going to do it because it's getting close to December.
If you look at the way the calendar falls this year, Christmas is on a Wednesday, and so is New Year's Day. So I don't think they're doing books the 25th and the 1st.
So we could do it the Sunday after Christmas, maybe.
We might be able to fit it in then.
Cool.
We got to look at previews and see.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Let's get into the X-Minute. X-Minute.
Excalibur number
Tell that
1.
dog to shut up, Jason.
Teeny Howard Marcus 2.
Don't
Eric,
listen to him, UV. Do what you want.
VC's Corey Pettit. Thanks, C. Corey Pettit.
Corey P.
Tom Muller still doing that design. The accolade of Betsy Braddock. Excalibur has always been an odd book, revolving around characters set in the British Isles. There's an alternate dimension known as Otherworld, which is basically home to like the Arthurian legend. And there's lots and lots of magic. This book sort of follows that tradition very nicely while adhering to the new status quo that Hickman has established in his X-Men books. So there's really no reason to get into the minutia here. This issue requires a whole lot of knowledge of Excalibur backstory, the continuity and stuff, which is a problem because the whole Dawn of X is supposed to be, at least I thought, an opportunity for noobs to get involved in X books. But I don't think this is it. I mean, you might like this if you don't know Excalibur, but I think unless you really know what's going on in Excalibur and what has happened, you're just not going to be a big fan of this. I really enjoyed it, but I want noobs to enjoy it too. New Mutants from Hickman, Bryson, and Rice comes out next week. X-Force number 1 from Ben Percy and Joshua Cassara also comes out next week. So
spoiler alert, I made a mistake. I should put X-Force on the Book of the Week poll, but instead I put that Joe Hill Lock and Key one shot. I did put New Mutants on there.
I think that's okay. That Lock and Key book might win.
I don't know. The last Lock and Key one shot really disappointed me. Hey, look, Jason, I can turn my camera off too. But look, my dude looks just like me.
It does. It's like you're not even gone.
It's like I'm just still there.
It's like you're still there.
It's just kind of like my internet's lagging really bad.
It's like a King of the Hill boogie.
Oh, you gotta go down there and read the comments.
$2.99, man. $2.99.
Just hitting on what you said about the X-Men comic. They've already dropped the ball. You're not getting new readers at this point, and you're talking about a new reader that was dedicated to comic books here every week, talking about comic books, dying to read X-Men comic books, and they couldn't draw me in. So by now, it's fan service. You're not pulling new readers.
I wonder if the whole plan for Dawn of X is just to wait and see. Like, maybe they didn't realize that House of X and Powers of 10 was going to be as popular as it was. So they're like, well, let's throw as many books out there as we can and see what sticks. And I'm sure Hickman has like an overarching plan that's going to include, 2 or 3 more events within the next, 4 or 5 years. But maybe they're going to say, okay, I know your next event is coming up, but we'd like to do 2 more arcs of every book we've got before that you do that event. Mm-hmm. I just don't want them to stretch it out so thin where, it starts getting brittle and cracks through. I
kind of want to read that Marauders book. I will say
great.
that.
Oh, yeah. That was fun.
As much as I'm not buying in, that sounds like a fun book.
And you're going to love Fallen Angels. Dude.
Yeah, I'm going to
read
that. Yeah, I'm going to read that. So we'll see if Brian Hill, one of my favorite writers and one of my favorite artists, can hook me. We'll find out.
Dude, watch it be the worst.
Yeah, I'm not a big Teeny Howard fan. So like I was pretty skeptical off the bat reading this, and I think she did a good job for the stuff that she writes. I think it's probably one of the better things she's written, in my opinion.
I think she liked the brand, like the Excalibur brand.
Yeah, I think she did some research. You know what I mean? She kind of delved into the grimoire magic, which is a real thing. I mean, of understanding. It's not like like magic's real, I'm saying,
Show
but I'm
me a
saying like
spell,
grimoire magic is like a real thing. Yeah, well, I mean, like one thing I disagreed with in her grimoire, magic little thing, to my understanding, is the circle is like probably the most powerful thing you can get. It's because it's constant and simple. You can like people. That's why people in Constantine and stuff entrance things and capture things in a circle. You can't go anywhere. It's one constant, continuous forever.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh no, the X is actually the most powerful thing. But to me, that doesn't make any sense because the whole entire thing is based on simplicity.
Well, sure,
Meanwhile,
but X
two
is the
lines,
X-Men thing.
2 lines could go on forever, and that would make like 4 squares as opposed to 1 circle. And I don't know, just the philosophy and theology behind it didn't make sense.
I
to
think
me,
you're
but it is
overthinking
comic
it, bro.
books.
Yeah,
You know
you're
what I mean? It
overthinking
is.
it, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're like a Wiccan watching Harry Potter. Okay.
I'm familiar with that kind of world stuff. So it's like, all right, man. But whatever. I'll let it go. But I am interested to see what's going to happen next. Will I pick up issue 2? I don't know. I might wait till and then kind of read it because this doesn't seem like it's important right now to know what's going on in the whole entire universe of X-Men.
That's a risk for me. That triggers my anxiety because I'm like, I can't miss anything good from X-Men right now. So I've got to read it.
Right. I'm gonna read Marauders still for sure.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah.
This one, not sure yet. I'm gonna wait it out. I'm looking forward to Brian Hill, and also I showed you guys that thing. The release is coming out where it says like X-Men, the titles on the side, the column, the way they're scheduled. Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
What do you think about Apocalypse?
Like Marauders, Excalibur. I like his design.
Is he magic? He's all magic now, or is he? Was he always? He wasn't always like a magical sort of guy.
No.
It's a good fit because he goes back to like ancient Egypt and that. I mean, it sort of fits, but yeah, it's weird. It doesn't feel right for him to be wearing like the magic guy brand.
I like how Gambit gave him the stink guy.
Oh, I love how everybody's giving each other the stink eye. Even in Paradise, where all the mutants are pallies, they're all still giving each other stink eye. I love it.
At first, like, it didn't make sense for me that the gate was like closed and he couldn't open it because it's like, okay, well, why would Krakoa even create that? And Cypher was there as well. He can communicate with Krakoa, and so you should have told him the problem right away off the bat. But they're like, oh, we can't figure it out. Whatever. I was like, all right. But then they said, it's magic from the other side. So I was like, I guess you can like prohibit Krakoa from speaking or saying why, what's wrong.
And
I don't know, man. It was kind of a harsh
compelling to me. That's compelling to me too. And you mentioned how the X is the new symbol instead of the circle. That connection between Krakoa and Otherworld is very compelling to me. And what's that eventually going to lead to? Either a war between, magical Otherworld and Krakoa, which is something out of left field that I would have never seen coming. Or they're going to join up at some point, and Betsy will take her proper place as the new King Arthur, or at least having that role, like Captain Britain was always supposed to do, but never would. I don't know. We'll see. It's great. I'm enjoying it. I'm
excited. I do want to see. I was really hoping Captain Betsy go to the Magic Land. They're going there. They're going to, I want to say Excalibur, but they're going to Otherworld. But I mean, I guess Arthur's missing still, and they're battling the White Queen or whatever, the White Witch. So I'm hoping like they help out, and I guess hopefully Morgana realizes that they're on the up and up, even though they're mutants, or at least Betsy is. This
first little beef that they're having about Krakoa's portal going in her divining pool, they're in the round table room, the throne room. It's pretty easy to squash. It's pretty easy to squash. You say, well, can we open a portal in the backyard? And Morgan will be like, yeah, sure, go ahead, just leave my pool alone. And I'm sure that'll be that, but I don't know.
But now I guess she recruits this other team, I guess, of magicians saying go and kill the mutants and find them out. So it's like, all right, that's kind of pushing too far.
But that seems very tropey, man. That's just another team of humans who hate X-Men for some reason, hate mutants for some reason.
So I don't know. I mean, right now we have what Kitty Pryde, Kitty with the Marauders, I guess, bringing product in and out. So there's still no
and also doing like the refugee thing,
right. Yeah, so they got beef with Russia, and they got beef with this Magic Land, Otherworlds. We know that what Wakanda has some problems.
Yeah, you brought that up last week, I think. That Wakanda might be putting the heat on them.
And then also we have Namor also. So those are the 4 beefs so far. It could lead to a big war happening where every book is a war, people invading Krakoa is what I'm thinking. So that could be a big event itself, So.
Things are looking good in the land of X. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I just want to say I'm a fan of Teenie Howard's Instagram page, but that's another.
She's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman.
Let's get into some.
Like.
Well, you're missing out. Some random reviews.
She's got this great little quirky face where she does these things with her mouth and her eyes. It's very attractive.
I bet she does. Random reviews presented by collarandelbowbrand.com. Check them out. Use the promo code ComicCast at checkout to save 10% on all of the latest and greatest professional wrestling merchandise you could possibly want. We're going to get into some random reviews here. There's a few of you hanging out here in the live chat. Make sure you guys go ahead and smash that like button. Share out the link. It's not too late to share the link. Tell a friend about ComicCast. This show needs more eyes on it. So do us a favor. Post it on Facebook. Post it on Twitter. Post it on Instagram. Tell your mama. Tell your aunt. Tell your uncle. Tell your granny. Tell anybody that ComicCast is your comic book review podcast. We would appreciate it greatly. Random reviews. We didn't even talk about this. I'm going to go first because that way I can make sure I get my stuff in. Batman and the Outsiders Annual #1. Pretty good little story here from Brian Hill. Great artwork. Max Rainer, Luis Guerrero. This story was all about. Did anybody else read this? I doubt it. Nope. No, this was all about Katana and having to enter the Soul Taker to save her husband from a demon. This whole Batman and the Outsiders story has been about Brian Hill doing character work. But the ongoing series, it's really been more about Orphan and Signal, pretty much more than anybody. So it was nice to have an issue dedicated to Katana, whatever. You say tomato, I say tomato. And Jefferson. I enjoyed seeing that dynamic, that relationship be built through this one issue. Not the best thing I read this week, but still worth a read. I enjoyed it. Marvel Zombies Resurrection, however, #1. Philip Kennedy Johnson and Leonard Kirk. This was all right. It's a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy that's been reborn and brought back as a copy. And then they copied that, and then they rebooted that and brought it back as Marvel Zombies Resurrection #1.
It had some team moments where they were getting the team together that I was actually like, okay, but then when they actually did what they were teaming up to do, it got so boring.
There was a great moment between Sue and Reed that I loved. But overall, especially Tom Taylor, we just praised this book. Tom Taylor did great things with DCeased.
Yeah.
So I saw this on the shelf at Dwayne's. I'm like, I'll pick it up and see. I spent $80. Why not add another $5 book?
Yeah.
You got Galactus floating through space, supposedly dead. You got random members of the X-Men and Avengers, not even the full teams. It's just weird, man.
Why you take Magneto? Unless you're bringing a bag of metal with you too. He didn't even need ammo with him.
There was a lot of logistics that didn't make sense.
Didn't make sense.
Reed leads this team, the Fantastic Four and these random Avengers and X-Men, to investigate this distress signal from Captain Marvel. And they get there and Galactus is dead. His body's been hollowed out, and it's like a spaceship.
It's weird, dude. It's weird.
And you get inside, and there's zombies, and there's deaths, and I don't know. Maybe some people dug this. Like I said, my favorite moment was when Sue got infected, and she's like, Reed, this is your fault.
Yeah.
That was deep, dude. She's like, this is your fault. Like,
because he's going there to get, like, science stuff. He's going there to get technology that he can use. Yeah. So good. That was good. But
that moment was great.
She's invisible mad.
Philip Kennedy Johnson wrote it. He's a great writer. But it was Philip Kennedy Johnson, right, who wrote that?
Yes.
Marvel Zombies. Yeah. He's a good writer, but yeah, this fell off for me. I think it's just the premise and the context. I didn't like it.
It's a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, and they're playing on it because DCeased came out.
Exactly. It doesn't help that a better zombie comic with superheroes just came out.
Also, we already talked about Silver Surfer Black, didn't we?
No, we didn't.
I like Contagion, but I only read the first issue. Are you still reading it, Jason?
I finished it. I finished it.
Great?
Yeah, it's done.
Is it good?
No.
It's okay. I like the first issue.
Okay.
The first issue felt like a Fantastic Four book.
Moon Knight.
I don't care.
Moon Knight.
All right. Well, like, I guess they decided to use Moon Knight. Yeah, Moon Knight goes in and thinks, uses psyche because he's kind of used to battling kind of internal, like, multiple personalities, So he goes in and he finds the infected individual person, their mind inside, and bats it off of their head, cuts it off and cuts them off from it. And then I guess Fantastic Four come in, they're freed, everyone's fine, and they're like, okay, we'll take it from here. And Sue captures it inside this, like, little shield, invisible ball, and then they're like, okay, we'll hold on to this and put some vibranium on it and put it away, and that's it. Hey, everything's fine. So it's nothing, no big deal. But I mean, they're totally catching on DCeased what happened, and wasn't nowhere near as good,
Yeah.
you know, or compelling or anything. I mean, it's okay. I don't even know if it's worth reading. I don't know, man.
It was cool for Halloween. It was Halloween.
Yeah. Good call. It was
a week event for Halloween. It is what it is. Throw it away, read it, whatever.
Yeah.
I think if someone reads it, they'll be like, okay, that was entertaining. What's next? You know?
Yeah.
But there's
it's
nothing
only 4
really
issues, so I guess not a bad investment, you know.
So. That was 5 issues, but
5 issues, yeah.
It sounds like Marvel. We'll add an extra issue.
I'm done. That's all I got. I got to go upstairs and read Harleen. I got to
Silver Surfer Black.
Year 1.
You were gonna.
Yeah, I did read that.
Dude, let's talk about Silver Surfer Black, dude.
Did we already talk about it, or was that
the pre-show?
Off air. Yeah.
So I guess we could just mention. I'm just repeating what we already said. To me, it's poetry. It's Donny Cates writing poetry with this amazing artwork. And so Jason said it. If you listen to the Comic Core, if you don't, you should go to subscribe to their channel. They put out a lot of content, but Jason's on there Wednesday nights talking about this book and said you can read this as a single issue and take so much out of it. And I agree, this was a great issue, but I think this will read great collected. I think you can sit down and jam through all 5 issues, and it's. This sounds so goofy and corny, but it's poetry, man. It's Donny Cates writing poetry with amazing artwork behind it. That's all I can say. It's great. It's perfect.
I know I said DCeased is on the list for miniseries. This has got to be too.
This is
and
up
Trad
there, man.
Moore for Artists of the Year, man. Even though this is always really done this year, it's so good. So good.
That panel I showed was probably my favorite panel of 2019. The art is incredible. I love that one.
Drew Manchu is here. Oh man, we were talking about you, Drew Manchu. We got to get you on this S&B Network channel, bro. We got to recruit you. We got to figure out how to get you on this channel, bro. I'm a fan of your reviews.
Yeah, me too.
We need the Drew Manchu bump, is what I'm telling everybody.
Dude, his reviews are so freaking good, man. Yep. So good.
See, Drew, you got to come over, Drew.
We just shut down the show to talk about how good Drew Manchu's reviews are.
I told my friends about you, and they all love you, as everyone should. You know, it's so good. So the bump is real, bro. I know. That's what I'm saying,
real, bro. We got to get
that
Drew
Manchu bump. All right, man. We're gonna bring you over to ComicCast and do reviews once a week or something, man. Get the Drew Manchu bump. All right.
I bet I have more subscribers than you, so I can put more eyes on you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
See, there you go.
Call me. I'll put more eyes on you.
Yeah, our people will talk to your people.
I'll make you a superstar, bro. I'm a fan of your work. I'll make you a superstar. I can kick Adam off of this show.
He's a huge wrestling fan. You guys can talk wrestling.
Cool. Come on the Wrestling Council, bro. This week, this Thursday at 10 o'clock, come on the Wrestling Council. We'll talk all the wrestling you want to talk.
Dude,
hit me up. We'll do it.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not even lying. You can come on the Wrestling Council this Thursday, 10 o'clock.
Hype.
Where are we? What happened?
I don't know. You want me to go?
I feel like I just saw the hot chick at school or something.
Right? Oh my God, there she is.
Yeah.
Dang.
All right, Gaumer. What's on Gaumer's pile this week?
Chrononauts Future Shock number 1 through 4. Mark Millar, Eric Kanede, something. He dropped all 4 issues on the same day, which is a big promotional thing. But I think it read better, that way. And they played it off. Chrononauts is a book about time travel, so they played it off that it was a temporal disturbance. That's what made all 4 issues drop on the same day. So it was great.
That's awesome.
It was fun, emotional. Yeah, funny, time travel, sci-fi stuff. I really miss Sean Gordon Murphy on this. He did volume 1. And, I mean, obviously anything he's on is going to be a load better. But this was a surprising treat for this week. I really had a good time. Batman Annual number 4. Tom King with Jorge Fornes and Mike Norton. A great self-contained annual. You know, I whine about annuals being not really annuals, just an extra issue. But this was, you could read it just as a Batman fan and have a great time with it. Finally talking some good about a Tom King issue. I think it works better this way in small pieces.
The art was great.
Chunks.
I love the art in this.
Yeah. And it's basically just Alfred's diary going through what Batman does every day. And man, he's a busy guy.
Every day.
So yeah.
I don't know.
So it was good.
I didn't like the little mystery issue, that little segments, because they built it up and all these characters did all their interviews and stuff, and at the end it's like they give a solution that wasn't even a clue. So it's like
exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's just Tom King's trying to throw a hook in there.
Yeah. This
I also
is
read the
probably one of the better King stories for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's way better than his Batman book. That's the only thing he's writing.
For sure.
That's the only thing he's writing right now.
Yeah.
Finally, The Last God #1, Philip Kennedy Johnson, Riccardo Federici, Sony Gao with Dean White, and Cartographer. Special shout out to the map maker, Jared Blando, because you can't have a dope fantasy comic without a map in it. And man, this was so good. Art, of course, if you saw the previews, just off the chain with the art, but it was a great fantasy story building on things that happened to the king before and things that are happening now, and how this great group of warriors, pretty much won the day, but overall failed 30 years later. And it's deep and it's going places. Also Black Label. So another good Black Label book. Again, this is the reason I read comics, is because of books like this.
They failed because they didn't have a map.
That's right. You need a map. So, man, I read a lot of other stuff this week too, but I mean,
Dead Man Logan. I read Dead Man Logan. It's finally done.
It finally wrapped up. Yeah.
It's finally wrapped up, bro. It wasn't as compelling as I thought the ending would be or build up to, which was kind of a letdown.
Could it have been?
Is it though?
They could have made it really emotional, But
it's hard though. Wolverine's already back.
Yeah, Logan's but back. They had 12 issues to build up the emotional impact of this.
It feels like it got lost.
It felt flat.
It feels like it got lost with the Dawn of X stuff, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's still a great series, but I mean, last issue is concerned, I would give it like a 6 or 7 out of 10. But the whole series, I would give maybe a 7 or 8. I had a good time with it, so it's still worth checking out.
The Wasteland is definitely the coolest part of Marvel Comics right now,
dude. How about that new book they're about to put out?
Which one?
With the Wasteland and all that stuff going on. I shouldn't have opened my mouth. I thought you guys
I don't know if I've heard of this.
About.
Oh, the Old Man universe. I love anything
with the Avengers, the new Avengers team and that universe. Dang it! I thought you guys for sure would know what I was talking about.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've
heard
of that.
Look it up. Jason, keep going.
I mean, Old Man Hawkeye was wonderful. Old Man Quill was amazing.
I love
decent.
Yeah, it's still so good. So good.
So the Wasteland, first created by Mark Millar. I'll bring it up again in the pages of Old Man Logan. That arc from, was it Wolverine Volume 4? I'm just trying to fill time while Adam does the searching.
You're not talking about the end, are you?
No.
Oh, Marvel's X?
No, that's not. No. That's not it.
Number 1.
That's that X universe.
Jason, just go, man. Just go.
We'll find it.
Did anybody read Red Goblin, Red Death?
No, I skipped that on purpose.
Desire.
On purpose.
Yeah, it's by Rob Fee, Facebook friends with that guy for a while. So I was curious to see how it went, because he used to be kind of like a comedian guy, which I'm in that world of meme stuff. But he's definitely more like Hollywood, LA kind of comedian guy. But I don't know. He did well. I thought it's at signings he went to and stuff. So I'm going to check it out eventually, just because he seems like an okay guy.
Yeah.
But as far as everything else, didn't read
Avengers of the Wasteland. Yeah, there it is.
Adam's been holding it up for a minute. So that's going to be
in the
this series brings together Old Man Logan and 2 other heroes who have been given the old man treatment recently. Hawkeye and Star-Lord. These 3 heroes will form a new Avengers team alongside the Hulk and Danielle Cage, the daughter of Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. We've seen Danny take up the mantle of Captain America in one alternate Marvel timeline, but here she'll be wielding the hammer and becoming the new
hero. Which you saw in the end of Old Man Logan.
So he didn't die? I thought
he died. He died. But Danny, Luke Cage and Jessica Jones's daughter picked up the hammer of Thor. So she's the new Thor.
So this was
in the last prior issue.
Old
Man Logan issue 11 when that happens. Okay. Old Man Hawkeye is awesome, but Old Man Hawkeye, I believe, died at the end of that. And so Old Man Quill is still going on now, but I guess apparently he time travels to make all this timeline stuff make sense, to make that teamwork, maybe, I guess. Because to me, that doesn't make sense.
It might be Hawkeye before he... No, he doesn't die at the end of Old Man Hawkeye because he's there in Old Man Logan.
Is a prequel to Old Man Logan. Old Man Hawkeye is a prequel to Old Man Logan.
Yes, because he's there in Old Man Logan, so he doesn't die in Old Man Logan.
No. I mean,
in Old Man Hawkeye. Because he's there in Old Man
Logan. You're right.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
He's just starting to go blind in Old Man Hawkeye. Yeah. He's all the way blind in Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
Which I love. I still have all those in issues. I love it.
Check out this. This is the cover of X-Men 5. I saw this and all I could think of is dun 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 dun.
Yeah, they're all got court. They've all got court. Or they're all going to church. It's
Where's
church
the Law and
court.
Order?
I forget where it was. I don't know if it was on Facebook or like Instagram, but that picture, someone posted that, and we laughed I was still laughing like days ago about that picture because someone said Apocalypse in the big suit. I was like, yeah, he had to shop at Burlington or Big and Tall to get that suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, and I put like the logo about Big and Tall next to him. Like, oh, dude,
it's like Apocalypse. Apocalypse is like, I heard Dwayne Johnson wore the same suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Burlington Coat Factory guy. You're gonna love it.
What happened to this podcast? Adam, did you read any comic books this week?
What about anything? What'd you do this week, Adam?
No, I was on call this week.
He's busy. He's busy.
No, I haven't read it yet, but I did pick this up.
Slack worker. Oh yeah, I heard about that.
It looked interesting. I haven't read it yet, but the art looked interesting, so I was going to check it out and see what it's about.
Pink Lemonade.
Pink Lemonade.
Is that it, Jason? You got more on your pile?
Did anybody read Venom?
I read Venom. Great ending with what's it? I never remember that little kid's name, but man,
Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan. Great little thing there to build on his character later, man.
I've made the mistake of seeing all the hype. So when I read it, I was like, "This is all right."
Well, he opened up the Sleeper, the symbiote Sleeper, and the Sleeper tried to join with him. And Sleeper's like, "Oh wait, I can't join with you because you're weird in some unique way." And that's like the mystery. Dylan's like something.
Yeah,
and we're not
like
sure
an
what.
adult situation.
Called that long ago.
Dude.
Yeah, we did, but it finally coming out, and the way that Cates did it with Sleeper, like becoming like almost like his familiar now. Like Dylan, like forced Sleeper to become a wolf, and Sleeper's whole ability is he can make any chemicals or whatever. Well, she makes napalm on the Carnage symbiote and lights the Carnage symbiote. It was a great moment.
Oh, sweet.
But then Sleeper becomes not a dog, but like a little kitty cat to hang out with Dylan. And I don't know where they're going to go with that because Venom Island is the next Venom arc. It doesn't look like it's going to have anything to do with Dylan. So I don't know. But yeah, Dylan's a cool character, man. First appearance of Dylan is going to be a big bump.
And when someone messes with him, he can say, "You don't know who you're dealing with."
Yeah, you don't know who you're dealing with.
There we go.
Why Adam's here.
We knew why Adam's here. We knew
Black. It finally ended 404. Man,
I'd still need to read issue 3 and 4.
I didn't read it.
I knew you were into that, so I didn't.
I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I
did read Cullen Bunn on Roku from Valiant Entertainment. It was pretty good. Action packed.
Yeah, was that pretty good?
It's pretty good. Yeah, action packed. Valiant is Valiant. You know, you have to read it all pretty much to get the whole gist of everything.
Yeah.
I can't keep up. I can't keep up with it.
Well, I think Cullen Bunn's Cullen Bunn. If you're referring to Man or Black, if you did Cullen Bunn, pick it up, read it. I love.
I think it's hilarious. It's hilarious that book came out this week because this is Cullen Bunn week where he has like 3 books out already prior to that. So this is the month he gets paid. This week he gets paid. Knight's Temporal. I'm reading Knight's Temporal. I love that book. And issue 4 came out. I didn't get to read it yet. So I'm looking forward to reading.
So you could say it was Monday, Tuesday, Bun Day.
Bun Day.
You would think we did a comic book podcast. We would commit to reading comic books, but
so many.
Life gets in the way, bro. Yeah,
there are some. Yeah, tell me about it.
I commit to puns.
I need another podcast.
I read the first issue of Vampire State Building. It was okay.
Thanks for getting that in, Gaumer. Appreciate that.
Well, I thought we were talking about comic books.
It did add a lot to the conversation.
Yeah,
we're like the MTV that MTV used to play music and then it just became shows. So Boogie needs a ComicCast 2 channel.
Oh wow, this is what I'm talking about.
ComicCast. I thought it was ComicCast. About comic books. ComicCast. I thought it was ComicCast.
This dude's go balls. Bye. Thanks for dropping in. I hope you hit the freaking like button on the way out the door. The heck just happened, dude? Hit the like button. If you like me, if you like the balls, hit the like button. Let's get into the outright geekery. Book of the week. OutrightGeekery.com, your one-stop shop for news, reviews, previews, podcasts, everything geek at your fingertips. OutrightGeekery.com, for real. Check them out. Huge
Boogie like a Rubik's Cube over here with the panel.
You're the guy that puts the most effort in beside me. And
I got
to keep you happy. Man. I got to keep you on the top.
Thanks, man. I
I'm
appreciate
having
it.
so
There we
much
go.
lag that when you finally said book of the week, it like muted you. I was like, oh no.
Outright Geekery book of the week.
Basketful of Heads, number 1. Joe Hill. Leo Max did the art. Is that right? Leo Max?
Sounds right.
Dave Stewart and Darren. We're going to have this argument again.
Hey, Ron.
Darren Bennett. This is the first debut issue for the DC Comics new Black Label Hill House horror line of comics. I said this in the pre-show, but I'm a big fan of Volkswagen Beetles, and there was a police beetle in this, and that may have been the coolest thing ever, but there's definitely not enough room to stretch out the way those two did, if you know what I mean. That's really where my enjoyment of this book ends. Good, not great. Great art. The art was very good, especially for the premise, the horror genre. It fit very well, but the story just left me wanting. It meandered to and fro from several different things, and by the end of the issue, it didn't really connect anything. All it really did was lead back to this basic sort of horror premise where some crazy people break out and terrorize someone while there's another thing going on of equal terror, namely a hurricane, which forces them not to be able to leave where the bad guys are. The backup story, the Sea Dogs, was a lot better, I thought. It's maybe because I'm like a history guy and I like the sort of history element there. There's definitely some potential in this book, but I don't know. Like I said, it was good, not great.
I agree. I was expecting such big things from this book.
Me too.
Jason's lagging behind. He'll catch up. There's some supernatural horror type stuff that I wanted, and I felt like I didn't get it. None of it. I felt like this was a big setup issue. Gomer's praising the artwork. I felt like the artwork was dated.
Oh, okay. I thought it felt maybe like it should have been dated because it was taking place in the time period, and
it felt dated.
It felt like horror art.
Dated because he said in the end, in the back of it, his motivation was ghosts. That DC book, you know what I mean? So like, it felt dated. The story felt just as hollow and empty and non-important. A throwback DC comic horror book, which is fine. That's totally fine. But I think everyone expected more. Everyone expected.
Anybody that's read Lock and Key expected freaking more.
Yep.
If you think Joe Hill, you think Lock and Key. Gomer's ripped on me before. Oh, you love Joe Hill? Why? Because he wrote Lock and Key. What else did he write?
Exactly. And that's fine to love Lock and Key, but again, that doesn't mean that he's a tested comic book author.
I thought he tried to bring some character development to this, and that was okay. That was fine. But I wanted something freaking that just blew my mind. I wanted something weird and crazy.
It started off weird with the girl with the heads and the heads.
And then what happened after that?
But then it goes to the bridge, and that girl's hanging on the bridge. I'm like, okay, what's the connection here? And then it didn't connect. Is that girl with the basket? She's supposed to be like a assume that the girl sort of character to guide us through the story.
I think it's the girlfriend is the one in the cloak and stuff. I think she gets the axe to protect herself from these prisoner escapers, cuts her head off, and there's two guys with issue of that cover at the end of the book. Their heads are probably in the basket, and she's carried around their heads for whatever reason, and the axe. So I think
you got to give me that in issue 1. You got to give me that in issue 1. This is Hill House Comics. This is the first issue for this print or label, whatever you want to call it. You got to give me something more, man. But because I'm a fanboy, I'm going to pick up issue 2. But I think if you're trying to grab a new reader that's not just a Joe Hill fanboy because of one comic book series, you're not going to get them back. Adam, you'll never read.
Didn't have much of a cliffhanger at all, really. And it's like, all right, it just kind of.
Well, we just get what we already knew. We knew those guys were going to end up terrorizing this girl and this wannabe cop. We knew that those escaped convicts were going to end up terrorizing them. We knew it.
I think it's safe. I think it's safe to assume that the boyfriend dies. The cop boyfriend dies. I think the girl gets the axe to defend herself, kills the 2 escapees that are in the house, cuts their heads off, and then first notified.
Why would she do that? And why are they talking?
And why is that scary?
It's a magic.
That a horror book?
Exactly. It says at the end. It says at the end for the preview for the next issue. It says that it's like almost like a solicit for issue 2, and it says the magic axe has these weird abilities that whenever it cuts off the heads of people, they can talk. So
that magic axe they showed for 2 panels. If that axe was such a big deal, they should have focused on that damn axe and not this other thing. Like mom going to visit the neighbors and not being able to get back. Dad out working all the time and how terrible their life is. How do they own this big ass house on a cop salary?
Felt like a reality show, bro.
It felt so weird to me, dude. I was very
anybody that read Lock and Key is disappointed in this. There's no doubt in my mind.
I'm not gonna pick up issue 2. I'm gonna wait until it's like almost done and then start reading it. Maybe.
We'll just wait and see what I say every week.
This is turning me off to the entire Hill line, horror line. It really is.
It sucks because like we don't mean to like trash stuff, and we don't know what each other's gonna think going into these reviews. We find out live. So I'm sorry.
Well, it just sucks because I'm such a Joe Hill freaking fanboy. Joe Hill's Lock and Key
chapter of Black Series label. We thought it was gonna be more.
Lock and Key is one of the books that got me into comic books. Lawson, the guy that I started ComicCast with, gave me that book and was like, dude, you think comic books are all capes and superheroes? Read this, you'll love it. And I was hooked from the beginning. I was like, this is so great. And then I find out it's Stephen King's son. It's like, dude, this is so cool. And then now we come around to Hill, this label. I'm like excited. It's disappointing.
There's potential here. There's a lot of things that he could build off in this. The art, again, I loved the art, but potential in art doesn't give you a good first issue. It gives you maybe a good second issue. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to rate it like it's maybe a good second issue, $2.99. Because
I'm rating it $1.99.
I really love the art in this. I love the throwback art. I thought it was beautiful. I thought the detail in the houses and just the detail overall was great. There were a lot of good choices for the position of the camera, so to speak, on all the panels. So you could tell Leo Max knows what he's doing when he gets a script. He's like, okay, I know what Joe Hill wants here, but I'm not sure there was a lot of communication when it comes to Joe Hill actually writing a full single issue comic book script that would be entertaining. Maybe it'll be good in the trade, but you ain't writing for the trade, bro. Or at least I'm not reviewing it for the trade. So I got to review it on this single issue.
Very torn between $1.99 and $2.99. $2.99 because I felt like it did what it should have done, but that's knowing that it was an homage to Ghosts. Not knowing that, I definitely would give it a $1.99. It wasn't enough. I expected more. I'm disappointed. The art was great. Story didn't have me or grab me or make me want to read more. I don't really care. Issue 2 ruined what's happened with the magic axe and who everything is, and so it's kind of a letdown too. But if I would have known ahead of time this is like homage to Ghosts, it nails it. It nails it with the art. It nails it with the storyline, still with the same style. It's a throwback. Well, that works like that. So
with you saying
why
that,
I would give it a $2.99. Yeah, but honestly, I want to give it a $1.99. I'm sorry.
That's where I'm at because it's pissing me off because I expected more.
With you saying that, a first issue to me has to sort of be like a pilot episode of a TV series, and not exactly like that, because a pilot you get to grow after that. But in the first issue of a comic book, it not only has to show you which direction the series is going to go, a pilot, but it's got to win you over as an entertaining piece.
So let's look at our rating system.
And this didn't do it. But this is, hold on, this is not only a pilot for a series. This is a pilot for an entire line of comics that DC is trying to push on us. And if the whole line is going to be an homage to a 50-year-old comic that I got to love in order to adore this, then I'm turned off on the whole line of comics.
That's just this one that he's writing. You know what I mean? As far as the other stuff, it's going to be totally different.
Well, then he should have had his book come out first. He should have had one of these other damn Black Label Hill House books come out first. That would have been a better example of what the line is going to be moving forward. Because if this is what the line is moving forward, no, I'm done already on one issue. And I know that's unfair, but look at the books we reviewed this week, man. There's way too many books out there that are damn good for me to waste time on something just because Joe Hill has his name attached to it. Yeah, exactly.
There's so many good books out there. That's more horrifying. You know what I mean? Like, geez, like,
if you'd
Chad
told
knows,
me,
I don't think these House of Hill books are not going to connect. Yeah, I mean, I'm still going to give every issue number 1. I'm going to give them all. I love horror. I love seeing this in comic books. I love they're going to be Black Label. They're probably going to be more gory, more pushing the edge, hopefully. So we're going to see. But I'm going to read all the number 1.
This really didn't. They talked about Mouth Party. The only thing in here that was cutting edge was they talked about Mouth Party. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what? Everyone knows what Mouth Party is, right? I don't have to get us demonetized.
Magic Mouse Party.
Yeah, Magic Mouse Party.
I'll Google it.
Put your safe search on first.
I expected more out of this. At the end, I was disappointed. I was disappointed. So
good.
I'm giving it $1.99.
What about the art, Adam? Did you not have? Were you not?
I didn't have a problem with the art.
Yeah, I thought it shined in some places. I thought the art shined in some places.
Yeah, man. I thought it was good. It was just the. I thought there was just too much meandering. Through the end, we should have got to the house, got to that axe, maybe got some backstory on that axe.
We got 5 pages of them talking about how summer sucked and how school was going to be expensive, and nothing to do with it.
Yeah, and I mean, we should have had an inkling of an idea that bad things were going to happen, not because she has an axe and to attack them, but the fact that she's holding that specific axe.
And they only had the axe for 2 pages. Or 2 panels.
Yeah.
That axe.
I mean, at the end, it was like, oh, okay, there's 2 guys in the house with them. We've seen this in movies. We've seen this in all kinds of books.
Yeah.
I do like the setup of everyone being out of the house and out of the way so that they're alone. I do like that setup. But
I think we're alone now.
But like the sheriff over that said the prisoners aren't that dangerous, you know what I mean? So it's weird that one guy died already, but they think he slipped and fell down the stairs or whatever, going to the pier because they stole his boat.
That's weird too. That's a weird angle too. Why even put that in there that they think he slipped and fell down the steps running from these guys?
Yeah. Because
our police staff here
I think because they're not dangerous, but they're now in this house, and I think maybe her boyfriend is going to end up dead and killing himself by accident or something.
Again?
And she's going to be terrified and chop their heads off with this axe in self-defense. And it's going to be like a comedic thing where they're in the basket. Of
that's not what I'm looking for from my horror comics.
I know, man.
You know, I want some horror, man. I want some witches. The Joker book. If you just said the Joker book this week was going to be scarier and more like psychologically thrilling. Than the Joe freaking Hill, Stephen King's. Imagine growing up in a house where Stephen King is your freaking dad telling you bedtime stories. This dude should be scary. Okay, Joe Hill should be scary.
He can write scary books.
He can, yeah. I'm just saying in this.
I'm going back to one book.
That's all you can go back to with the guy. That's what I mean. He's untested.
I'm looking forward to the Dollhouse Family.
Yeah, that looks good. All the stuff, all of the Horror Hill House stuff.
And maybe that stuff will be a hit because it's not Joe Hill writing it. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm like Jason.
Did you guys have problems? Sorry, did you guys have problems with the lettering? Not the lettering, but like the kind of the dialogue boxes placements. Sometimes I had trouble seeing like who said what coming because the placement of the word balloons. That's a small.
None of that. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I didn't notice it. You know, I didn't notice anything.
All right.
I'm sorry.
That's it. I think we're gonna wrap this up.
Apologize, man. We're not gonna do next week. That's fine.
ComicCast issue number 168. We can do that. We can hit the book of the week poll is already posted on Twitter at ComicCast Pod. Go check it out. Place your votes. Gomer, give me a couple of books you're excited about.
There's a Dungeons and Dragons Baldur's Gate 100 pager. I think it's all reprinted stuff, but it's only like $4 or $5 for 100 pages. Jim Zub and Max Dunbar doing most of the heavy lifting there. That's on IDW. If you love D&D, this is a perfect chance to get into the comics, which are wonderful. Only the Jim Zub stuff is wonderful. Everything else just okay. Justice League number 35. You can't call yourself a DC fanboy if you're not reading Justice League because it's so intertwined in everything that's going on in the DC universe right now.
It is the backbone of DC right now.
It really is. It really is. James the Fourth, because we're not using his middle name anymore because he's a giant troll.
JT4.
And Francis, JT4. That's what we should start calling.
He's like Johnny 5, but JT4.
And Francis Manipool is doing the art on this. I'm a huge fan of his work. I love his work so much. Finally, my third pick, Ghost Rider number 2, Ed Bryson and Aaron Cooter doing the work there.
I got a
Boogie.
I never.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah, I'm picking that up. I think we're the only 2 people left reading that
Maybe
book.
something will finally happen this issue.
And then I'm a sucker, so I'm going to pick up Doctor Doom number 2 and Fantastic
you
Four
are a sucker.
Fantastic Four number 16.
Oh, still a glutton for punishment.
Man.
You must have whip marks on your back from that book. It's worse than Transformers.
Maybe I like it.
Transformers is finally getting good after 6 months.
I got that talking balls money in my pocket.
Yeah, he's balling.
You can buy
He'll be on next week. He'll have
now.
a gold chain. He'll have a gold chain next week.
I'm gonna drink that's like shelf whiskey.
That's Boogie's. That's Boogie's atonement for his sins. He forces himself to read those books.
I like comic books, bro.
What
are you reading?
If you like comic books, then Dragonfly and Dragonfly Man #1 hits from Ahoy.
Yeah, I can't believe there's a spin-off to that damn book.
Absolutely, there is.
So cool.
Black Hammer 3 for $1 hits for $1.
Yeah. Dark Horse never does this. Dark Horse never does like the dollar reprints like Marvel, DC, and
some
Image
of us
do.
have been reading it since the beginning.
And what a great.
How's Bracken Camp?
Well, no, this is.
I'm not bragging. Camp. I've been telling you to read the freaking book for a long time. I'll wait till it's $1.
How good must Black Hammer be that it allows Dark Horse to do what the 3 big publishers do with their most popular books, put them out for $1. Just
Lemire, dude.
Bravo to Jeff Lemire again.
Golden boy.
Greatest comic book writer on the planet right now.
Jason, give me a couple books and we'll get out of here.
I might pick up the Green Lantern's Black Stars.
Oh, I thought about that too.
I haven't read it. But I haven't like caught up with all the Morrison stuff that's going on.
He makes my head hurt.
And I know, my head hurt. Bro. I know, dude. You do because it branches off from that. It's a spin-off of that. You know what I mean? Like it's the next.
Yeah, I'm
step
not reading it.
Green Lantern.
It's only 3 issues.
I don't know, man.
It's only 3 issues though. I think.
It's only $3.99.
Hey, Big Willie, in the chat.
What?
Big Willie.
Oh, Willie Bass is here. What's up, buddy? Anything else, Jason? What else you got?
Yeah, God, what's a Black? I might pick up Black Terror #2.
Yeah, that was now. Hold on, is Black Terror the one where he's all drugged out?
Yeah.
Yes, I'll be reading that one as well. I get that one and the other. There's another one at Dynamite that I'm confused. I get them mixed up.
Yeah, me too, man. Because I skipped over Dynamite. I was trying to
Gail
find
Simone's doing Daredevil. Daredevil. Death Defying Daredevil.
I'm stoked that
Red
Devil.
Red Devil.
No, it's Death Defying Devil.
Oh,
Gail Simone's writing it at Dynamite. Yeah. It's just okay.
Is anybody reading Death or Glory?
Yes, it's back.
Yeah, it's back this week.
Yes,
Issue 6.
Rick Remender, where the hell has he been? So
hopefully
excited.
Writing a great Death or Glory book because I love this guy.
I love Death or Glory. Yeah, I finished the last issue, but like I love that series. I'm glad it's back. That's awesome.
I need to go back and reread it.
Remember when it was going to be Convoy, like a modern day Convoy, and then it turned out to be nothing like modern day Convoy, but then it was still just awesome.
Still cool, man.
Still just so good. Rick Remender's amazing.
Are you guys buying Spawn 302?
Nah, I'm done with Spawn.
Yeah, me either. Yeah, same. Yeah.
Sounds like Death and Glory is the McRib of your LCS.
It is. It's the McRib. It only comes around like every 8 months, and it's always awesome when it does.
Oh, I love the McRib. I can eat
everyone
2
does,
of them, man.
All
right, let's wrap this crap up. Quit talking about McRibs. It's going to wrap up the ComicCast issue number 168. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and smash that like button. If you're coming around after the fact, try to catch a live show. We would love to interact with you guys in the live chat. We got our normals here hanging out. Tony Hodge, Chad Johnson, Yule was hanging out for a little bit. Drew Manchu showed up.
Yeah, we had Drew Manchu, baby. Yeah.
Love to see you guys hanging out in the live chat. Even if you're listening via the Outright Geekery Podcast Network, try to make a live show one time. S&B Network on YouTube. It's so much more fun hanging out in the live chat.
And check out those other podcasts on the
promote those.
Outright Geekery.
Don't worry about our show. It sucks. Go listen to the other guys. But
I thought you were going to ask me to list the shows. It's very hard. There's so many.
Would never do that. Would never ask you to promote other shows.
The comic book bullies already do that. So listen to theirs, and they will list off all the others.
They actually do.
Yeah, that's for real. Going to wrap it up for ComicCast issue 168. For Gaumer, for Jason, for Adam Wade Adams, I am Boogie Bentley. We will see you guys next week, 7 o'clock, right here on the S&B Network.